It is so important to me when people remember Liesl, when they talk about her. You know, every year that passes, I think about the things she would be doing, and I think about who she would be. And when other people think about her, or they tell me something that they loved about her, it is so impactful for me because I will always feel this way. And so to have people remind me that they think about her, they love her, that she lived and mattered to them, because she is such a huge part of my heart and my life. My name is Robyn Hutchison, and I am from Provo, born and raised. In fact, some of my earliest memories are of my dad working at Provo City. He worked at the city center. I remember going and picking him up, and my dad loved Provo. So Provo just always felt like this part of my family, this big part of our family. But so we moved here thinking it would just be a few years. And the day after we moved here, my dad and I were in a car accident, and he and I were both injured. I was hospitalized. I had broken my hip and had a concussion, and I was also 6 months pregnant with our daughter. And my dad was also injured. He'd broken his arm and a few things. His injuries did not seem life-threatening, but he did die 5 days after. About 3 months after we moved here, our daughter was born. We named her Liesl, and she was just perfect. We would say that she was like the phoenix rising from the ashes of the car accident that my dad died in. One morning we went in to get our daughter. She'd slept in a little bit. Liesl was 15 months at this time. And we went in and she was unresponsive. And so we called 911 and I did CPR, and you know, they took her away and to Utah Valley Hospital. And she was revived in the sense that her heart was beating again, but she was severely injured from not having her heart beating for so long. And so she was life-flighted to Primary Children's, and after a few days there, her brain damage was extensive, and so she passed away on Valentine's Day of 2015. So when Liesl died, I just definitely withdrew. Sometimes we can feel afraid when someone's dealing with a tragedy or a loss or pain, that, oh, well, you know, maybe they want their privacy, or maybe privacy is requested. We requested privacy when Liesl died, but we weren't saying we don't need anyone. And I have a neighbor who's so sweet, who I just love. And she and I had not seen her really in the months after Liesl died. I was walking my then youngest child, my third son, to kindergarten in September, so just about 7 months after Liesl died, and I just felt terrible, all by myself. And she was out raking her yard, and I just walked past her, and she was so sweet, and she said, "Hey, how are you doing?" And I was like, you know what, I'm not doing great. I said, I just dropped my youngest son off at kindergarten. She dropped her rake and came to me and just threw her arms around me and said, I have wanted to talk to you about your daughter. And she was just like, I know, and I care. But I was under the impression I didn't ever want to talk about her again, and that I shouldn't bring it up, that I shouldn't bother you about it. And, you know, we both cried. And it was really great that she dropped that, you know, the minute she knew that I was open, she was there. But how great it is if we don't put up walls around a grieving person. Of course, we can give them space. We can not expect anything from them in reply. But when we give the grieving person the relief of not starting the conversation, that's a real gift. It's about bringing down walls and opening up conversation for people to feel that love and support.